We are here today. We're gonna show you our way of cooking a 3-pound pork roast here in the kitchen today. So if y'all can bear with me, I'm gonna show you how to get this thing seasoned up and ready to go on the smoker. All right, we've got a really pretty 3-pound pork roast here. Got some good fat on the back of it, just how I like it, because that really helps it with flavoring. But what I do with that fat is I'll take it and I'll cut it on the bottom on an angle like this. And the reason I do this is because it just helps that season and that flavor from that smoker to really get up in there and do its job. Just score it about maybe 1/8 of an inch deep. You don't really want to cut into the meat, but you just want to cut through the layer of fat. All right, now this one we're going to do a little bit different than what we normally do. I've got a few friends of mine that's been wanting me to do this for them, so we're going to try it out with y'all today. I've got my famous recipe for shooting things up. I've been doing this for quite a few years with turkeys and chickens and stuff like that, and I got some friends of mine that wanted to try it with a pork roast. So I told them I would do it on this one and try it out. Yeah, be careful, this stuff will squirt you. Comes back out of them pores in that roast. But just go about, people say, oh, well, how much do you do? Well, I mean, that's really for you to decide, but I go about, I don't know, probably about every 1 inch or so, and just put a little in. And also it keeps this thing from drying out like on the smoker. So, and gives it just a really, really unique flavor. People ask me all the time, what do I put in my injection? Well, I'm not quite ready to let that recipe loose, but I can tell you this. My father-in-law started shooting things up back in the 80s, and he worked on these recipes for a long time, and he was from New Orleans, Louisiana. That's where my wife's from. And so I'm just not quite ready to give that recipe out yet, but maybe one day we'll share that with everybody. All right, we got that thing shot up pretty good. Looks good. Everything's ready for us to put our seasoning on the outside of it. Now I've got a good pork rub that I've come up with, and y'all not going to see a whole lot of measuring going on. That's just not how we cook. People from Louisiana just don't really measure out a lot of seasoning, but you know, our measuring spoon is like this. We say, oh, take about a tablespoon, and we measure in our hand, but just take you a good amount of whatever kind of pork rub you like. We make our own. We've been working on a recipe for a long time, and we just cover this thing really, really good on both sides. And that gives it really, really good flavor. It wouldn't be, it's not called rub for no reason. You get that stuff sprinkled on there, you want to take your hands and just kind of rub it. Massage that stuff into that meat where to absorb all that flavor. But we're going to put this thing on the smoker here in a little bit. And everybody says, well, how long you leave it on there? Well, normally it takes 5 to 6 hours to get a good roast out of it. Today we're going to be doing a couple of different things. My wife likes for me to smoke this stuff because she works so many hours out of the week. A lot of times she don't have time to come home and make this meal, you know, after working a 10 or a 12-hour shift. But I make this stuff, and we just cut it up into portions, and we freeze it in separate little freezer bags. So we have enough for 3 of us to eat. It's me and my beautiful wife and my beautiful granddaughter here. So really this is a lot. This will feed a family, but of, you know, probably 6 or 8. But the reason I cook so much is because we can take this, and I'll cut this thing into just little bite-sized, little probably 1/2-inch slices like this, and make several of them. Then I'll take them and put them in the freezer bags, 3 per pack, and then I put that up in the freezer. And when the wife gets home, all we got to do is pop it out of the freezer and into the frying pan or the oven. She likes to do the oven a lot, and we take it from there. But if y'all just hold on a minute, I'll be right back. We'll be putting this thing onto the smoker. We are going to put this thing on the smoker. We got our temperature up to about 350 degrees, and we're going to put it on here. Now it'll cool down over a period of time. But we try to keep it at about 250. Whoa, look at that thing sizzle. That thing is going to be some kind of good when it gets done. But like I said earlier, we'll leave this thing on the smoker for about 6 hours today, or until the temperature, you know, gets up to what it needs to be. Oh, that's my little granddaughter. She's in the background. But anyway, we do it all together around here. It's not just me, it's the family and everybody. But anyway, I really thank y'all for watching. I'll be back in a little while. Oh yeah, this thing's perfect. About 275. So we got our pork loin on there, and it's starting to glaze over and look really, really good. Like I said, we want that temperature to stay at about 250 degrees. Well, we're going to be 2 to 6 hours doing this today with what we got. But anyway, it sure is smelling good. Check my wood. Oh yeah. Still got plenty of wood in there. Got the smoke going. Got the temperature right. Glad y'all watched us. We'll be back a little bit later on today. I'm not going to make y'all hang around and look at my ugly face for 5.5, 6 hours. So y'all stay tuned, and we appreciate y'all watching. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back.